Hello, you are welcome again to the channel. My name is Blessing Ejechi. Today, I want to share with you signs that you have a spirit spouse. If you have a spirit spouse, there are many things that will be happening to you that may not be able to be explained physically. Spiritual spouse, spirit wife, or spirit husband have the ability to give you setback in life. It has the ability for you not to achieve what you want to achieve. It has the ability to make your life stagnant in life. So if you have spirit spouse, there is need for you to set your life in order. There is need for you to rearrange, reorganize your life so that you'll be able to move forward in life. So I want to give you about 12 signs that to show that you have a spirit wife or a spirit husband. So when you see these 12 signs, or some of them in your life, there is need for you to estray your life and begin to look for ways that you can part and divorce with this spirit wife or spirit husband. Now, many people know spirit wife or spirit husband as succubus and incubus. Succubus is a female demon that attack men in their sleep by having sex or raping them in the dreams when the men are not willing. While on the other side, an incubus is a male demon that attack women in their sleep, raping them and taking what is in them into the other world. As a man, it is possible for a succubus to come to you to collect your sperm, to collect your glory, and they use those things they have collected against you. Even as a woman, it's also possible for this demon of incubus to come and begin to collect your virtues, collect your glory, and steal or plan things that will work against you with time. So, by the grace of God, when you look at these 12 signs, you need to estray your life and begin to look for ways you need to part ways or divorce them. Number one is when you always fantasize, you always have this fantasy of sex. When you see a man or a woman, you are filled with sexual appetite. You begin to fantasize how you are going to sleep with a person. You have this spirit of lust. You are always living in a land of wonder. You are always living in a wonderland. You are always having sex in your mind. You are always going on a sexual adventure. It shows that you have a spirit spouse and you need to work. Yeah, you need to make sure that you divorce them. Number two is you have sex toy. There are many people that have possessed sex toys. Why do you have sex toys? So that you'll be able to satisfy your sexual urges. Now, there are people that have sex toy for one reason or the other. But I want to tell you that the reason why you have that sex toys is because of your insatiable sexual desire. If you are not married, if you are not yet married, you don't have a husband, you don't have a wife, it is possible for you to remain chaste. Masturbation or using sex toy on yourself is not the solution. The reason why you have sex toy is because of your insatiable sexual need and desire. Now, when you are using these sex toys on yourself, there is an agreement with satanic portal. When you are ejaculating, when you begin to receive this sexual pleasure, there is always a communication between demons and your soul. That is the reason why anybody that masturbates, you open a spiritual portal for the enemy to come into your life. There is always a transfer of spirit when a sexual pleasure occurs that is not within marriage. Any sex that is not done between a man and a woman who are married was not done in the bond of marriage. And when it's not done within the bond of marriage, there are always spiritual consequences. You may believe what I'm saying, you may not believe what I'm saying. So, sex toys introduce the spirit of succubus, incubus into the lives of people. Then, number three is difficulty conceiving. If you are having difficulty conceiving as a woman, there is a tendency that you have a spiritual problem. God made human beings and blessed them and said they should be fertile, they should multiply, they should give birth. So, but if you are having an aberration, you are not multiplying the way God wants you to multiply. You are not conceiving, you are having difficulty conceiving. There is a tendency, I am not saying you have a spirit spouse, but there is a tendency that it may be connected to your spirit spouse. Let me tell you, there are many people that have spirit spouse find it difficult to give birth to children in this physical world because their spiritual spouse are blocked their source of giving birth to children on earth. So there is need for you to pray for God to open your eyes if that is also the problem. Number four is where you usually have sex in the dream. When you usually have sex in the dream constantly, you don't need any prophet to tell you if you have a spirit wife or a spirit husband because there are indications. If even if it is not succubus or incubus, you have a covenant with a familiar spirit that is coming. That familiar spirit may be your spirit wife or a spirit husband. Then number five is difficulty experiencing sex with your spouse. You find it difficult to experience sexual pleasure with your wife or your husband. Anytime your husband is touching you, you don't feel pleasure. Your wife is coming close to you, you don't feel that sexual urge. You need to do something in order to have this sexual pleasure with your spouse. There is something wrong. Spiritually, it is possible for a demon to make sure you don't have sexual pleasure with your spouse. But you can have it with these spirits. They can block your urge. They have a tendency. So to cut the whole story short, if you are having difficulty having sexual pleasure with your spouse, or you are not really excited in the body of your wife or in the body of your husband, her body or his body is not sexually eliciting you, it's not arousing you when your husband is naked or when your wife is naked, you are not feeling this sexual arousal within you, it is a sign that you have a problem and there is need for you as a person that really wants to your marriage to work to go for the solution. And there is a tendency that the reason why these things are coming is because you have a spirit spouse and you need to pray about them. Number six is if you prefer the bad boy or the bad girl over the good person, you prefer a toxic relationship. One of the consequences of having a spirit spouse, a spirit wife, or a spirit husband is they will lead you to a bad person. Have you wondered the reason why some women get attracted to the people that are supposed to be nuisance to the society? And they are not attracted to the people that are walking in line, fulfilling purpose, are good men, in quote. Why is it that they get attracted to these people? It's because of the spirit that is working in them. It is because of demons that do not want their life to be better. You see a promising young lady that is doing well in her field decide one day to follow a person that is not going anywhere, that does not have any future ambition, that you know that something is wrong. It is a spirit spouse that will push them to do such a thing. It is a spirit a wife that will push a young man to go and marry a woman that is not going anywhere, that does not have a dream, that does not have a vision, that is not even going anywhere substantial, and neglect a lady that is hustling, a lady that is going to somewhere with a purpose, that has a good future. Why do you think people make those kind of decisions? Because they are choosing by sight. Your spirit spouse will make you to choose by sight. Number 7 is difficulty coming to orgasm. This is also related to number 5. When you have difficulty having orgasm, anytime you are about to come to orgasm, you feel something objecting you. It may be a spiritual problem. Now, there are some times that science may try to explain it that it is frigidity or with whatever thing. But let me tell you, if you are spiritually sensitive, there was a time that I had to begin to pray long in the spirit. After I had prayed long, that is when I began to feel this sexual attachment, sexual attraction to my wife. And do you know one of the benefits I received? I was able to last longer. I enjoy sex very much with my spouse when I pray, when I get committed to the things of the spirit. Yes, it is possible. So when you are able to drive out this demon, when you are able to drive out this spirit of succubus, you get divorced from incubus. You'll be able to enjoy sexual pleasure. So when you are having difficulty having orgasm, is a sign that you have a spirit wife or a spirit husband. Number 8 is so tied with someone or a demon. If you prefer to have sex with a demon, I have seen people who are consulting mediums, who are consulting witches to say, please invite the spirit of succubus so that I will have, you want to have sex with a demon. There is something wrong with you. You have a spirit spouse. That is the reason why you are doing that. Praise God. So when a person have a spirit spouse, you begin to have inordinate affection. You begin to have affection for people who are not your husband, for women who are even married. When your affections are inordinate, you know that there is a problem in your life. Number 9 is difficulty maintaining erection. As a man, you are having weak erection. See, it is not ordinary to have weak erection. Though medically it is possible. Do you know that there are people who are living your kind of lifestyle that are even worse than you, but they are still maintaining erection? Why is it that it is you that is unable to maintain erection? Don't you know that there may be something that is spiritual about it? You know, there are some people that watches my video that think that Africans are too spiritual. Let me tell you the truth. The spiritual world controls the physical. If you begin to doubt these spiritual things, there are some Americans, some Europeans that God has actually opened their eyes, that have learned things about the spirit. Okay, if you think that you don't, if you don't believe me, go and investigate witchcraft. Go and investigate witchcraft for you to see that this world is run from the realm of the spirit. I will not encourage you to do that, but I will encourage you to become close to God, for you to see that this world is run from the realm of the spirit. If you are not spiritually conscious about all these things I'm talking about, you will keep suffering negatively from them. Number 10 is your relationship don't work out. As a man, you want to get married, and you get close to a lady. After some time, there is a relationship problem. You do away with that one, another person will come. Before you know what's happening, the relationship break again. Or you are a woman, a young man promised you that he's going to get married to you, and after some months, the boy or the man is no longer interested. I have seen a lady that suffered so many heartbreaks